channel, so you can see that I'm in a little bit of a different setup. Reason being is because we have family in town and they're staying in my guest room, which is my filming room, so you'll see a few videos here in my bedroom. So I hope the lighting is okay for you guys, and let's get started. So today I wanted to show you our second installment of applying eyeshadow and giving you guys the basic tips and techniques for that. I had a great suggestion by one of my subscribers that basically wants me to number each kind of version of how to apply eyeshadow, and so this is going to be number 2, and this is going to be kind of like a intermediate take on how to apply eyeshadow. We're going to be using more colors, a little bit more techniques. It's definitely not going to be advanced, but we're going to work our way up from the very, first video I did, which I'll link below, and then work our way up to this one. All right, and we're going to be using the same palette that we did in that first video. I'm going to try to use the same palette so you guys can see how to fully use a palette to its full extent and not keep switching products up and things like that. All right, so if you want to see that, keep watching. All right, so I have set a little bit of my eye with a little bit of concealer. I am using the Smashbox eyeshadow palette in Golden Hour Eye Palette. And I'm going to go in first, and I always do this. I use just a cream color, just a cream shadow all over the lid, because I find that when you do that, it helps to blend everything on top of it a little bit more easily, and then it also helps set that concealer or eyeshadow primer that you might have used. It is definitely not a necessity to do this, but I find it to be super helpful. I'm using a big fluffy brush for that. This is the Makeup Forever Professional brush in number 144. Now I'm going to go in with a Marc Jacobs liner. This is in, let's see here if I can find the number. This is in Fine Wine. I like to start with an eyeliner pencil, and you can pick any one. Just make sure that it is pretty blendable, not one that's super hard. I like to start when I'm doing a look like this with an eyeliner pencil, because it really gives the root of the lashes some density, and it also helps to really intensify the color at the lash line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into those lashes, and you can see that this pencil is super creamy, right into those lashes. And I'm actually going to tight line a little bit, which basically means you go underneath that lash line, all the way in to the inner corner. Really make sure the product is deposited a good amount of color. And then I'm going to take a brush from a company called Vert, and this is in the Crease Shadow Brush, and I'm going to smudge that out. And I am going to kick this up into the crease. So don't pull it down, kick it up into the crease. And you can use any color you want for this. Black, brown, navy blue, whatever you want. I just seem to really like this color around my eyes. I think it's really pretty since I have green eyes. And so do you see how it kind of elongates the eye right away, gives you a base, and kind of pulls everything out? And you want to work kind of quickly, because these eye pencils will set. So it's not something that you can walk away from. All right, so first step is done. Now I'm going to take a medium shade. It's a matte shade, this one right here, on my big fluffy brush again, and I'm going to create a crease just right here in that crease. If you don't have a crease, look up and find that socket bone. If you have more of a hooded eye or a monolid, make sure, or a deep set eye, this is going to be important for you, because you are starting to create depth and dimension, and go up a little bit higher onto your brow bone so that depth and that crease is kind of faded up and kind of created. And I like to use a big fluffy brush for this because it doesn't deposit a strong amount of color. And I am going back and forth in these kind of windshield wiper motions to deposit color. And I do have sort of a deep set eye, so I like to bring my crease color, my transition color, up onto my brow bone ever so slightly. For this look, you don't want to bring your crease color up into this brow bone too much because then it's going to bring the eye down. And if you have closer set eyes, bring this color that we're doing right now in to the center of your eye. If your eyes are closer together, leave this color out towards the outer portion of your eye to create that openness. Alrighty, so simple as that. Now we're going to take this color right here on a more detailed brush, again going back into that Vert Beauty, or that Vert brush, the crease brush. And we're going to lift our head up and we're going to find that socket and we're going to join the eyeliner with our transition color. Back and forward motions, circular motions. Blending is key here, so you can't blend enough. And you can create however much dimension and intensity of color by just going in with a little bit, blending, going in with a little bit, and blending to whatever kind of desired effect that you want. So if you want something a little bit more natural, put on a little bit less layers. Then you're going to take a fluffy crease brush. This is just by Sephora. It is so old. It's called the number 10 brush, but I don't even think they have it anymore. It has nothing on it, but just a big fluffy blending brush, and just start to go in circular motions to make sure this is really blended out. Just like that. And then I'm just going to finish this eye because, just so you guys can see, I am going to go in with this color right here. Let's see if you guys can see it. It's just a sparkly champagne color, and I'm going to put this on the eyelid right above where we put the liner. We're not going on top of the liner, we're just going above the liner where this kind of section is open that we didn't really deposit any color. And we're going to bring this in the inner corner as well for me, because I like to make my eyes look a little bit more farther apart. And again, as I always say, if you have eyes that are wider apart, don't do this inside corner highlight because it will make them look farther apart. And I'm going to take some of that little champagne color and just go ever so slightly under the brow, not a lot, because it's just going to look weird, just ever so slightly. You do not have to do this. If you have a little bit more texture on your lids, skip this part and just reapply your first shade you did, that kind of vanilla shade. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup so I can finish the under eye area, and I'll be right back. All right, so I applied my foundation, and so let's continue to finish up the eyes. I'm going to take an angled brush. This one again is by Vert, and oh no, what is it? Does that say boho, but the B is like an 8? I believe this is like a drugstore brush. I'm going to take the first color that we used, the transition color, this guy right here, and go underneath my eye. And I'm going to be pretty generous with it because we want this to be a little bit more smoky, and that's going to allow our eyes to really pop and look a lot bigger. All right, so, and I know a lot of you guys will not agree with me that the transfer from the burgundy eyeliner into my bottom waterline looks good, that it makes my eyes look red, or that it makes me look sick, but I like it, and that's what makeup is all about. So whatever color you used on the top and it falls into this bottom rim, you can either take it off with a Q-tip and leave that eye nice and bright and open, or you can leave that there or intensify it. It's really up to you. I'm going to take the crease brush that we used, and I'm going to dip it into the richer shade that we used, which is that guy right there. And I'm going to drag this on the corner of my eye all the way in. All right, you guys, so everything is on. I definitely, my camera totally cut off. So what I did was I literally took that second color we used, this little bit more bronzy color, and I just swept it under the eye. That is all I did. So I basically swept it from here to here on that big kind of shading brush, swept it, underneath the eye, and that is basically all I did. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Really the main thing is to master this kind of upper eye technique, is how to blend and shade and where to put colors, and how it's kind of fun to start out with a cream pencil first. I think it's a really great tip and technique, especially for aging eyes, eyes that have a little bit more texture, you want a little bit more definition at the lash line, all of those good things. I will put my full face below so you guys can know this is actually a new foundation I'm using right now for Foundation Friday. So I really like it, so I can't wait to share with you what this is, and especially what this beautiful highlight is. I have so many new videos coming up. There's some great products that I can't wait to share with you. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please keep those subscriptions coming, and comments and likes and all of that stuff, because you know I really truly love you guys and listen to you. So I will see you guys on the next one. Talk to you soon. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.